Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna forge a chandelier. I'll use these light sockets from an old spider lamp that I saved. So that'll give me 5 lights on the chandelier and they'll all connect to this dimmer switch. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm gonna build everything, so I'll start with the railroad spikes and I'll use the 2" by 48" flat bar to make the ring for the chandelier. The first thing that I'm gonna do is mark a 1/4 inch on each edge for the border. I'll use a chisel and mark the line all the way down each side cold. That way I can see the lines when I get the steel hot. So now I'll just go right over the cold line with the hot chisel. I'll basically chisel a dotted line and then go back through and clean up between each of those strikes. Now that I have my borders established, I'll use the ball peen hammer and then texture between the lines. I'll make sure not to leave any high spots between the dots. I'll go over it and over it until I know that there are no more high spots. As I heat up each section in the forge and do the texturing, I'll go back over the border just to clean it up and make it a little bit deeper. I put these 2 bolts in the vise and use those as a bending jig, and then I'll just try and bend this into as perfect as a ring as I can by hand. I'll use railroad spikes for the stems for each of the lights, and all I have to do is forge each spike into a point. Now that I have all 5 spikes done, I'll trim the tops off so they match in length. I'll use the belt grinder just to make sure all the tops are perfectly flat. I'll drill a hole right down through the spike deep enough to meet the hole I drilled from the side. I'll thread the top of the spikes, that way the light sockets will screw right in. I'll use 16 gauge metal to cut the little discs that go under the lights. I'll thread the little discs too. I'll use a pipe cutter to cut the extra material off the bottom of each of these lights. Then I'll clamp the die in the vise and then thread the threads on the bottom of each of these lights. I'll use the same 16 gauge metal to make the straps. I'll use the round file to get into the harder to reach areas. I'll drill the hole for the rivets right below where the hole is for the wires. That way the wires can be hidden behind the rim. I'll drill the same size hole in the center of each of the straps. I'll use the orange oil and beeswax to darken the metal. I'll heat up each disc and then work my way around the perimeter to put the texture in it. I'll stay away from the center just because I already did the threads in the center of the circle. I'll do the same thing with the straps. The only difference is, with the straps, I'll forge a little bit of a bevel all the way around the perimeter. I'll put a pin in through these holes to hold it in place, and I'll clamp it in the vise and then use this piece of metal to bend it over like a sheet metal brake. I'll make sure that the straps are centered and then I'll mark and drill the holes. I'll make sure the hole for the wire is directly above the rivet hole. That way the wires can be hidden through the ring. I'll just use my step bit to widen the hole to the right size. I'll use this 4140 round bar to make a rivet set. I need a pretty long rivet to go through the railroad spike, so I'll make sure to make this piece as big as I need. So I'll measure the stock and see how wide I need the hole, and then I'll just drill a hole right through this piece, and then I'll switch over to the belt grinder and grind a little bit of a bevel leading up to that center circle. So now I have my ring and all these stems are done. I'm going to switch gears to the internal parts. I used 1/8 inch by 1 inch flat bar for the scrolls. In order to attach those scrolls to the center, I needed something a little bigger than the railroad spike, so I'm going to use the 1 inch by 1 inch square tube. And I'll just forge this one end into a spike. I'll make sure to hit the sides too, just to keep that texture going along the whole thing. For the scrolls, I'll just forge a little bit of a taper on each end. And I'll make sure to texture the edges of the entire piece and the center as well. I'll make one side of the scroll a little bit tighter where it'll meet in the middle, and then the other side I made it a little bit looser where it'll connect to the hook for the chains. I'll mark and drill the holes to connect the scrolls to the center spike. So my original plan was to try to weld the inside of these rivets to hold it in place, and that failed miserably because I am the world's worst welder. So I decided to use the copper wire and wrap it around the rivets to help hold them in place, and that ended up working pretty well. I'll attach the first spike right along the weld seam, so that way that'll be nice and hidden. I decided to put a rivet on each side of the straps as well. 2 out of the 4 center scrolls will actually attach through those rivets from the straps, and then 2 of them will attach directly to the ring. I clamp this round bar in the vise, and then I clamp a flat bar on the other side to keep it from twisting up, and that'll help keep it nice and sturdy so I can hammer in these rivets. I'll heat up the metal with the torch and then apply the beeswax to darken it and help protect it from rusting. Now that everything's attached to the ring, I'll start running the wires through. The whole reason I threaded the holes on these discs is so when I tighten the light sockets into the spike, I can twist those discs down and keep everything nice and tight. I wanted to make my own decorative chain so it'll match the aesthetic. I got the spiral started in this little socket jig, and then I switched it out with a longer pipe and then finished it out with that. I ended up making 3 coils, and each coil had about 17 or 18 links. Once I get the coil tightened up, I'll take it to the anvil and put in a little bit of a texture all around the rings. I just want to try and give it a little bit of a forged look and these little dents on the side of them. I'll use the same material I used to make the chains to make all the hooks. And now I like to hammer the sides just to give it a little bit of a flat edge on each side. Now I need to find a way to hide the wires, so I'll use this copper coil and make pieces to hide the wires. I'll use this big weight on my anvil and make a jig so that way I know all my copper tubes are the same. Now all these tubes go up to the center, and I need the chain to link up to a part that'll go around those tubes. I'll make the part out of this pipe. So I'll make it to where these 2 tabs connect to the top chains, and then the bottom 4 holes will connect to the chains that'll connect to the ring. Now I can cut these wires and wire everything together. That way one wire will go up through the top chain and you won't see a bunch of them. So I'll just wire everything together right here and then cover it up with this copper tube. Now I can connect the 4 chains to the scrolls and that copper tube will go right up the center of that part. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially to the end. That's really awesome. If you do like this video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.